Wow, congratulations, Terah.
Thank you.
How are you?
I'm okay, sir.
You're good?
I'm okay.
Wow, congratulations for the award.
Yeah, it is here.
For winning as the best promoter of the year.
In fact, the best brand promoter.
The best brand promoter of the year. Okay.
Yeah.
These are Teraphish
Services.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, Teraphish services. So I thought your name is Teraphish.
Yeah, personally, my name is Teraphish.
That's
a brand.
Yes.
In fact, Teraphish is a brand. Before we get into accreditation of company.
Yes.
But as Teraphish,
yes,
we have very many services.
Hey.
You get it?
Yes.
But me as Teraphish, the name was generated because I started dealing in fish. I was doing fish business.
Just why today, I was talking to one of my colleagues. I was like, hey, today I'm coming to host Teraphish. It's like this guy who is dealing with the fish, but I don't know that part of you.
Exactly. So the whole thing started from fish business. Before I was a working class. When I got done with employment, I got motivated doing my own business. That is actually now venturing into fish.
Okay.
So I was doing supplying fish to hotels, deep fry fish. I remember I used to work the other side. You can witness.
Yes.
Yeah, Sky Lounge.
Sky Lounge.
That's where I used to do it. And people used to call me Teraphish. But my given names are Letaa, Terah.
Letaa, Terah.
So people generated, they just added the word fish on top of Terah to make Teraphish. So this man who deals in fish.
So man.
Exactly.
This good.
This man who deals in fish.
Okay.
So as I was building the brand, I kept on selling online.
Yes.
I was doing fish business online.
You're doing it online?
Online.
Yo.
Exactly.
Yes.
Online.
Yes.
So meaning, as I was doing that, people started following me.
Yes.
Others could ask for fish, send me. We send hotels.
Within Arawa.
Yeah, for example, Pacific Hotel. I've ever taken fish there.
Yeah.
And others, many others.
Okay.
Yeah, so even heritage courts. Those are the places where I used to supply fish, plus the rest of the places or the hotels.
Okay.
So they were ordering this. They are ordering online. So I got motivated from there.
Yeah.
So meaning I was growing. As I was growing, the name started sounding outside.
Yes.
Then you could drop things online. Who is this Teraphish?
Who is this Teraphish?
Who is this Teraphish?
Yes.
Where is this fish?
Yes.
They say you got Teraphish. You got Teraphish.
Yes.
So now, online, I was in fact out busting social media. So people, others were bored.
Yeah.
You get it? But me, I was building my brand.
Building your brand.
Exactly.
So the idea was to prepare you to become an influencer and event organizer.
Exactly.
So, okay.
Yeah, exactly.
When was this? In which year?
I quit job, I think 2022. That's when I left employment.
You just left employment?
I resigned.
And you started your own business?
I started my own business from scratch.
And just from nowhere?
From nowhere.
You're now...
I learned a lesson from lockdown.
Yes.
So as I was working,
yes,
and you know the effects of lockdown.
Yeah.
They could give us half salaries. Then you have to wait 2-3 months before you receive your salary. And it is half salary. You can imagine that.
And you have a family.
You have a family
to cater
for. You have utilities to cater for. So a lot of things. So I said no. I learned my lesson. I said, let me start something. I was into employment. I was doing fish.
Yeah.
So not until I had to leave. The what? The job.
The job. And start your own business.
Start my own business.
Wow, that is so inspiring.
Because now I have to continue living.
Now until you have become a superstar, man, in West Nile.
Superstar, yeah.
Definitely. So do you think you're encouraging some people also to leave their work?
I would say so.
Yeah.
I will say so. But I'm not saying total they should leave.
They should leave their work.
But before you come into something or you leave your job,
yes,
first of all, see forward.
yeah,
Am I going to get benefits from this? Because it's not necessary to leave your job to start a business which you didn't plan.
you didn't plan.
My brother, you face it rough. So it's not advisable to leave your job to just go like that. But if you have a side hustle, and then you can quit your job, and then this side hustle to sustain for you living, okay, or it will sustain the expenses you are going to incur.
Why do you think like starting your own business could be the solution to your problem? Because right now, people are going to school to study, and afterwards you get employed so that you can get some money. But then you felt like, no, I think that is not what I did, and that is not what I want. Because which course did you do? Like,
I did a bachelor's in business administration.
yeah,
I'm a businessman.
Just
I'm a businessman.
I know that makes sense now. That makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah. So what do you think? What is your say about this award to you?
This award, I'm extremely happy. It is first time and the first thing I've ever received in my entire life.
Yeah.
So
congratulations.
So I'm happy about that.
Yes.
First of all, I get motivated after receiving this, and then my industry becomes recognized because I know by having this, I will have industry engagements, opportunities that may come because of the recognition of this award. So being self-motivated and then being motivated by another body or maybe another company
Recognizing your work.
Recognizing my work.
That matters.
So I feel I'm happy about that.
Okay.
Yeah.
How do you feel about your work, like your work as an organizer, as an influencer here in Arua? How do you feel you have impacted people in Arua about the services you're doing? And maybe before you answer that question, what does these Teraphish services do?
Yeah, thank you for that question. I'm thanking you simply because very many people have confused my brand.
Yes.
Because it looks so specialized. So when you hear Teraphish, definitely either this person is a fish or
yes,
or is dealing in fish. But today I want to clarify.
Yes.
I want to clarify to people outside who doesn't know much about Teraphish.
Yes.
We became a brand and then we registered this as a company. So when I was giving you a story about how I became Teraphish or Teraphish services.
Yes.
So when we started Fish, that was already one service. You get it?
Yes.
So I was doing the fish business online.
Yes.
Digital marketing became our second service. You get it?
Yeah.
So I had the client base.
Yeah.
So as I was trying to do that, I was assessing it with having people on ground to work with. You get it? I started building small team. So I had a services called Teraphish Marketing Agency. You get it?
Yes.
It's still under this Teraphish services.
Yes.
And then we proceeded. I started doing events. Because doing fish alone, I added 2 more services into it.
Yeah.
So one was marketing, online marketing, and then secondly is now the events.
Yeah.
You get it?
Yeah.
In events, we specialize in comedy, organizing corporate comedy. So the story is long about this comedy thing. So we started it from Skylon, not until we ended at Bamboo. And that's currently where we're doing it. Okay. So organizing events becomes as one of our services. So not alone that, Teraphish also gives loans, quick loans to people outside. So when you look at this, there are services under Teraphish. Teraphish is not like me, myself, we're a company.
You're a company.
In fact, I have a team.
So when I call you Teraphish, so I'm calling the company.
Yeah. In fact, when you call Teraphish, you're calling my own brand, which I started with. But when you call Teraphish services, so you're calling now the company, because that is what was registered.
Okay.
You get it?
Yeah.
So now under Teraphish, we now have these services, digital marketing, event planning and management, and then we have fish supply, and then digital marketing. I've already mentioned digital marketing.
Yes.
And then quick cash.
Hey.
So yeah, we give
Loans.
out loans. So that is basically what we do.
Wow.
So about this building a brand, I like winning the brand, the best brand promoter, is because I've not been working alone. There are people who have been working under me. They have their own brands. So I've also been building them.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow. That's amazing, Terah. I'm so happy of you. Just from late 2020 and up to this extent, you have done a lot, and you're everywhere. Trust me, you're everywhere. So one time I was going to your social medias, then I landed on two things that made me a lot of. I was like, come on. I saw Teraphish Services and also the founder of West Nile Corporate Comedy Show. Are those two different companies, or you are just it's the same under the Teraphish Services?
Yeah. West Nile Corporate Comedy is a brand.
It's
its own.
Yes.
But
Yes.
the founder is the owner of Teraphish Services. So meaning, as being the sole proprietor of Teraphish Services,
Yes.
I ventured into events organization where we specialized into comedy.
So that is the kind of the event you organize.
Exactly.
Right now?
Currently, that's what I do. And we can also plan events for other people. We can also market events for other people. That still falls under events. You get it? So that is part of the services.
So it means if some tycoon is out there who wanted to come and organize a show and like, hey, can I come
they
and
can
use
tap on us.
Your brand?
Exactly.
Okay.
Our brand is there, well registered.
Okay.
You tap on us, we have a team of 10 people. Yeah, we have a team of 10 people who we work with. So who can come in and then we do the job together. Because I don't work alone. Teraphish is not only a business. I mean like me as Terah. You get it? As Letaa Terah. But we are as a team.
As a team.
We are as a team, yeah.
Wow. So now in terms of this event organization, you know, events are things that are very tricky. It's one of the business that people risk, and then you have the hope, the high hope that what you're going to get something. But also there's that percentage that no, what if people don't come? What if it rains? Exactly. It's going to affect this kind of your business. So like how do you come with those challenges, especially the nature, especially when it rains? Like, yeah, Terah, you have organized your very nice comedy show where you've invited the big comedians in the country, and then according to your day, I don't know, do you go first also to check the weather forecast, wherever, something like this, before you start organizing your event?
Starting with the risks.
Yeah.
The business risks. I'm a business person.
Yes.
And I'm a business partner somewhere. You get it?
Yes.
And for me, I take business as a risk. And I don't have to check the forecast like when I'm organizing an event. I don't do that.
Why, man?
First of all, we have our dates, fixed dates for organizing for events.
For the whole year.
Every first Friday of the month, we have comedy show. So meaning, when I go on maybe in the weather forecast, I check there is rain. Will I stop the what? The event? I can't. So I'm trying to risk the business.
But now, don't you think you're going to fall into a loss because now you want profits?
At the end of the day, it's also God that works. Prayers, man.
Okay.
So you can also pray to God, please,
to stop the
for
rain.
Today, maybe don't allow the rain. God can also
what if God didn't answer?
We say kwaheri. We proceed. Get it? So, but I know God will always answer our prayers.
Has He ever answered your prayers?
Several times. And I can testify. since we started this comedy, it has never rained in our comedy shows. If it does, maybe drizzles, because that is the power of God. You get it? That's the power of God.
Okay.
So it drizzles sometimes, yeah. Because you know where we organize the current show, that's an outdoor.
Yeah.
We still don't have enclosed venue where we can have these comedy shows. You get it? So I really wanted people to know that it is God that has been working throughout our events.
Okay.
So I don't think stopping just the comedy shows or the events simply because this is gonna happen. I think you are not going to break it through.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Wow, this is amazing. So now what about shows have been flocking? And you find that these are big shows, by the way, in town. Big shows, but they have been flocking. Do you think, what could be the cause?
Shows flopping can be the mismanagement from the team who organizing the show, or maybe from the promoter, him or herself. You get it? Because organizing an event is not an easy thing. So I will advise, get a team, have meetings, organize meetings, and then plan. You get it?
Yes.
Plan it properly.
Yes.
You move forward.
Yes.
Because I've seen so many shows flopping. Reason might be people don't work as a team. That is one. Secondly, people don't have strategies to organize the event. Thirdly, someone doesn't have an experience to organize the event but has money.
He has the money.
You get
Yes.
it?
Yes.
And then he uses people who are, in fact, I can say, I don't know how to describe, but they are, in fact, unexperienced. You get it? Because now the person has money, but people have mouth. Assuming you, George,
Yeah.
you come to me, I have money. You come to me, you say, by the way, let's organize an event. You say, oh yeah, how much do you need? And yet you don't have experience. You tell me 10 million could do. Forgetting that in events, you're supposed to have a team. In events, you're supposed to have categories or departments that you are supposed to work with.
To work with.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You have sponsors you're supposed to bring on board. That is also strategy.
Strategies, yeah.
You need to have influencers to market the event. And then you need to have a setup team. They're like event manager who manages the events.
Yes.
You need to have the stage manager who manages the event.
Yes.
You need to have a cashier who gets the money at the gate.
At the gate.
You need to have security. You need to liaise with the district officials about the licenses. You need to so many things.
So many things.
So you find out that someone comes and just say, I want to organize an event because I have money. That's not the way.
Has Teraphish service ever registered any flop show?
Maybe from the beginning when we started the show.
Okay.
The
So after
testimonies
learning,
are there.
yeah, after learning then.
Man, it's not easy. After learning, but at least we're still not at that level.
Yeah.
But averagely, we're somewhere. We started with I remember the first comedy show we organized. People were happy. It was on a Sunday. People came. I think people around 50. Around 50 for the first time.
Hey,
First show.
the only 50
Yeah.
people.
So it reached a point.
But what was your expectation when you organized that show? It was
I
big, like the number in terms of the
didn't
number.
have the experience, but I wanted over 200 people for starting.
So I think you were disappointed.
I was disappointed. You get it?
Yes.
Because I was new into events.
Yeah.
You see that? I really wanted to leave, quit the event thing.
Yeah.
But, you know, I'd already spent several things, like some few expenses.
Yes.
On the comedians you hire,
Yeah.
and then the cameraman,
Yeah.
the photographers. Then these are the securities and the rest of. So the first show was okay, but now the second one, again, it dropped. It was even less than 50. Man, it was not easy. It was not easy. So we continued pushing. Initially, we were doing shows every Sundays.
Okay.
Comedy was every week.
Every week.
You get it? So yeah, as I was doing that, people kept advising me. Said, bro, don't do it every week.
Every week.
See that? These are the people who wants to see something good out of you.
Yeah.
Said, bro, do it on a weekly basis. I mean, like
Monthly.
no, the others were saying twice a week, others were saying once a week, others were saying quarterly. These are all good. These are all strategies. We shall look into them in the future.
In the future.
Get it?
Yeah.
But I heard about their voice. Yeah, from weekly, we went to bi-weekly.
Yeah.
So twice a week.
Yeah.
So we started organizing. There was slight improvement still.
Yeah.
But the good thing was we were consistent. Get it? I was consistent. As I was organizing that, I was consistent.
Okay.
There's not a date that I did what? I canceled an event.
Any event.
It will always happen.
So it means the money is just there on the store, like we can grab the money and then organize it.
Not really.
Ah.
That's also something which you need to understand.
Yes.
I was telling you something like it's not about like just picking money. You get it? It's not about picking money. It's about a strategy. You strategize. So as I was building that, you know, there are some people who can understand a situation. Not even about money. You get it? Someone say, Terah, this so flop today. So I don't want money from you. Maybe next time. That's how I've been moving. That's why I'm still working with some people. I started working with some time back because those are the people who understood. Because the trend, the challenges we faced, we were together. You get it? So that's actually how I've been doing it.
Wow.
Yeah.
So can you remember one of the shows that really sold out and you felt like, oh, finally, like some memorable show that you've ever done and you felt like you will never forget in the rest of your life? Though I know in the future more better shows are going to come in.
Yeah. I could say we haven't breakthrough. We haven't.
Still.
But
Terah, you're all over.
We haven't breakthrough, like on the side of events.
Yeah.
We haven't. So, but we have a future. Get it?
Yeah.
We have the future. And there are so many memorable events. Because we look at the numbers. Because at first, maybe today you have 200 people. The next event, you have 500 people. That's already a breakthrough. I don't want to be specific, but I can give you an example. Like when you bring a comedian that has a name, definitely you'll have a crowd. You get it? Yeah. Our crowds only drops when this comedian has not been around. Yeah. Maybe he's not known yet in Arua, but he's famous somewhere, maybe in Kampala. And that's how I've been doing it. But all those who have been bringing, I think they're famous. And then we have been getting numbers.
Now, like when we talk about comedy, comedy is a very big thing. Like now, when we look into the comedy in West Nile, how do you see the future of the comedy of West Nile as an event organizer who deals on comedy? Because now you will see a majority of the comedians, normally they are being brought from Central, and then they are being put as the guest comedian out of the show. But then we have our own within who can also outdo it. Don't you think? What do you see it? How do you see the comedy of West Nile? And do you think one day you're going to bring a comedy where a West Niler who's going to be a guest,
a headliner?
Yeah.
Okay. I will still go back. How this comedy stuff started. Yeah. Initially, before we started getting comedians from Kampala, we were only using our own comedians. You get it? Yeah. So I can give you an example. Yes. There's a guy called Rotten MP. We used him. There's Joshi Joshua. We used him. We had Uncle Nyax, the most famous MC. And also a comedian. In fact, he was the one we started the comedy with as the headliner. Yes. That's when people were there. Yes. You get it? The first day, he was the headliner. Yes. So we have ever used Village Boyfriend. We have used as we were doing that, we kept registering new comedians. For example, Trevor the Drunk, under Teraphish services, under the event, we registered him. We identified the talent. Get it?
Yes.
Though he used to bore people, but we kept pushing
them. Yeah.
You do it. Rotten MP, yeah, he previously was a comedian, but the brand exposed him. That somehow, and then somehow that's what tells you more about this award.
Yeah.
Because brand building, we build brands like Joshua. Yeah, we gave him a platform.
Yeah.
Still with us.
Yes.
Village Boyfriend. We gave him a platform. Still under this brand. And the Department of Events Management.
Yes.
And then Trevor the Drunk. He's a South Sudanese, based in Arua, but sometimes there. We identified the talent. He's now improving.
Yeah.
And then there is this one in Koboko. Forgetting his name. I'm forgetting his name.
Yeah.
But I will get it.
Yeah.
So these are the people, the comedians who were working. Who were doing comedy.
Yeah.
Locally. You get it. And then they had improved, and for up to now they're still improving. So I will say, as Teraphish, we have done our best on the side of
developing
really our
growth.
own.
Yeah,
there's
really growth over.
Yes, because they already exposed.
Yeah.
They're exposed.
Wow.
Yeah.
So maybe I can conclude with some question. Like, what advice will you give to someone out there who wanted to start an event service or organize or a company like what you're doing right now? What advice will you give this person?
Giving to this one organizing event for the first time.
Yeah, like there's someone
there.
there.
There are two things here.
Yes.
There's a promoter, and then there's the person who finances.
Yeah.
I don't know which one you mean, because someone can have money. I give you money, you start the event. They give to the promoters because you need to specify that. If you are saying, what advice can I give to a promoter who wants to start organizing an event?
Yes. Okay. I like as a promoter.
Yeah, I can say as a promoter. First of all, you need to have the brand, because building a brand is not an easy thing. So first of all, how do you build your brand? On which area or on which department? So if you want to build your brand to be a butcher, I'm giving an example.
Yes.
To be a butcher.
Yeah.
Be a butcher.
Be a butcher.
If you want to say, no, I want to build my brand to be a marketeer or an influencer, do it. Remain there. And if you want to be maybe like, I want to start organizing events, how do you do that? So meaning, before even someone giving you opportunity to organize an event, you should have been doing your own events. You get it? With your own money.
You have started it earlier.
So I give example with myself.
Yes.
I do my events using my own money. You get it? So if someone comes, maybe we partner. I never had any partner. Maybe sponsors. Most cases, in-kind sponsorships.
Yeah.
Where people don't give us directly, they don't give money. They can give us other things.
Yeah, that kind of stuff.
Exactly. I can give example with the internet network. Like someone will say, no, during the comedy show, we're giving you free what? Wi-Fi. That is in-kind sponsorship.
Oh.
Those are the things we have been getting, and the others. So we really appreciate them. But for this promoter, you need to have experience in doing that. So meaning first have your experience. So I'm advising them again and again, please get to learn from previous promoter who you have seen is also famous, has done what? An event. You can get advice from him, and then before you start an event, get advice from him or her. How did you do it?
Yeah.
You get it?
Yeah.
But many times a promoter may have the money, but the management skill is nil. Organizing the event skills, it is nil. So at the end of the day, be strategic. That is what I can summarize for on the side of advice.
Wow.
Be a strategic person as a promoter. Yeah.
And maybe for more information, if you want to find, come to Teraphish service. So that he can give you guidelines. Trust me, because you guys are doing better.
Thank you.
Doing best. This means a lot. Yeah. Thank you so much, Terah, for coming.
Thank you.
around. Yeah.
Thank you. CEO Chill Talk.
Yeah. Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
All right.